Okay. Welcome everybody. Yoshi. Okay. What's up, Lloyd? ね、Let me reset the blackboard. This is from last week. Oria. I'm good. ね、I don't really plan on staying here so long today because Hiro has been very difficult these days. Especially the past 1 or 2 weeks, he's been very difficult. He's like trying to go against everything what we do, what we tell him to do. And if that doesn't happen, if we don't let him do that, he's gonna go super tantrum. You know what I mean? Like, so it's been super difficult. I guess, around this time in Japan, April is the fiscal year, and then all the like schools and kindergarten. Recently, he started to go to preschool. So his lifestyle changed from April, and around, everyone in Japan in general, but kids started to feel more like feel more stressed around this time of the year, May to June, and then they feel grumpy, stressed, tired, all that kind of stuff from the new lifestyle. Yeah. I don't think it's even terrible twos, right? He's almost 3, and then he is already terrible too, so it's becoming even worse, which is really bad. Yeah, I don't want to let Justin handle that alone in the weekend so long, and Justin is working very hard, very long. He's got his full-time job, and also he's doing his second job. His friend started his business, right? And then Justin is part of it. He's making all the like websites and the system they are using in like language teaching, because they teach both Japanese and English, right? So yeah, Justin has to work very late, very long. So I want to help them out, you know. Oh, Frank, good day, mate. Oh, speaking of Australia, I am planning on doing a collaboration with Japanese female podcasts podcaster podcast creator っていうのI don't know. I don't know how to call them. Podcaster, like a YouTuber, Instagrammer, TikToker, podcaster. I don't know. I don't know how to call them, but the podcast that is hosted by Japanese female, two female who live in Perth かな Perth in Australia. They are still kind of like startup podcast, but I found it interesting because they are Japanese, right? They are Japanese women who live in Perth, Australia, and they both have Colombian fiance, which is interesting to me. And then they are sharing like their experience in Australia in general, or married to Colombian, married かじゃないか、まあ fiance だから boyfriend, about the relationship with Colombian boyfriends. Yeah, I still, I sent the offer to them, but one of the girls is on vacation right now, so they haven't got back to me yet. But at least one of them are very interested in it, the collaboration, so I think it's gonna happen. Also, I will ask them if they are open to host a like international party. language in なんだろう international party, probably online because they live in Australia. Online party and invite our viewers, listeners, right? Because they are doing podcast in Japanese, so they have Japanese female listeners, and then I obviously I have more foreign male subscribers, so if we share our audience, it's gonna be a fun experience. So, but it's still on like the process. I just offered them the idea. So, sure, I am very difficult. ね difficult boy. Shadow, welcome. Hurricane, yes. James, hola. Cheroro, hello. That could be interesting, right? Perth, cool. Way on the other side of the country from me. I'm in Melbourne. So Melbourne and Perth is far. It's always time for kurupopo. Pigeon? Kurupopo. They even have a different time to us. They are 2 hours in front of for some reason. 2 hours different in Australia. Perth ね seems like Perth has like some percentage of Japanese population. なんかね Now, of course, I think Melbourne is bigger. They are more international. That's my understanding. Like Melbourne とか Sydney, they are more like bigger and more diverse, I guess. So it's interesting because I'm mostly looking at the chat through Streamlab, right? But also I have a dashboard on YouTube, right? And on YouTube dashboard, it's all translated into Japanese. So your your chats are all translated. あ、こんにちは、あさぎさん。それは面白そうだ。なんか、it's interesting. I don't know if that's so useful. But I guess it's useful for some people. So, konnichiwa, Asagi-san. Yeah, it's all in Japanese. We all are fluent in Japanese in your chat. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. ね。AI is, yeah, I'm really behind all these AI trends, you know. I mean, I occasionally use it, but I'm not like super into it, or I still don't get it, or, you know, I still don't get it. Yeah. なんか、recently there was a kind of a tragedy related to AI, right? But I'm so there's a debate in Japan, right? The incident was it was about the director of Japanese baseball team, right? Like coach というか the head coach of the very big Japanese baseball team. I'm not a baseball girl, so I forgot which team it was, but the head coach had to resign, right? Due to domestic violence for his daughter, one of his daughters, right? He has two daughters, and people were shocked. And there's a debate between was he a bad father or it was because of ChatGPT. So this is a story. So there are a few like reports, so I can't really believe which report was was saying the correct thing. But basically, the daughters, right? His daughters, they were arguing and fighting. So the father, the director, got himself in the middle and tried to stop. But it was, 18-year-old daughter, 18-year-old daughter. She went against him, right? And then talked back to him. Or something like that. And he got mad at it. And at the beginning, it was, they say it involved some like violence, grabbed her head and then slammed into the floor and kind of thing. Like, wow, right? Even though when she talked back, that's kind of like, wow, right? But different report, different information. Like, oh, there was no like hitting or kicking or anything. I suspect that's a lie, but you know. And then daughter was confused. Daughter was confused and asked ChatGPT what to do. So here is what happened. My father did this and this to me. What should I do? And ChatGPT said, go to the child the facility, the government facility in Japan handles like child abuse and stuff like that, right? I'm sure you have the similar facility, but talk to them. That's what ChatGPT said. So she actually talked to them, and that also led to a police. So the government facility talked to police, and then police arrested him for domestic like violence against his daughter. Child Protection Services. That sounds about right. Yeah, I think Child Protection Service. Yeah, the government facility, right? Yeah. So hence, he had to resign his position. The team decided to fire him. So there are some like uncertain information, like was there actually like violence there, or it was a ChatGPT's mistake, you know. At the public apology, he even wrote a letter from the daughter that says like, oh, we are actually, we are usually very we usually have a really good relationship, and that was, there was no violence there, and I was just panicked because we got a fight, and ChatGPT just told me to go to the Child Protection Service, and then without my consent, they went to police, and police arrested. That was the letter says, but like public letter, come on. She just, because I'm sure she was confused, poor girl, and then she couldn't even talk to her mom before ChatGPT, and but she probably didn't think he's gonna lose his job, which means they will lose so much money because of that, right? Maybe she just wanted to protect his wealth and wrote the letter to public. Yeah, you can't blame ChatGPT, or can you, kind of situation, you know what I mean? And then in many Japanese baseball team or sports team in general, violence is kind of like normal for the discipline from very young age. Sport team in Japan, violence is used to be, at least it's used to be, but it's kind of has been part of it. The head coach hits the team members was very common until very recently. Like I've seen it in my childhood in the school sports team kind of situation, and thinking about the guy, the former coach, age, he's a middle-aged guy. which means he is, or at least was, part of it. So I kind of doubt that there was no violence involved. I think there was violence involved. Some report even says that he was drunk at that point. So I don't know if he was drunk or not. But either way, it was most likely some violence involved. And then daughter was confused. And the fact that she couldn't even go to her own mom before ChatGPT said something, right? He has all the power. Husband has all the power in the house, and then nobody can talk back to him. So she thought talking to her mom doesn't really help because mom cannot talk back to him. So what's the point? That's why she talked to ChatGPT, and this happened. But found out that talking, the that means she's gonna lose all her money that comes from her father, right? So she had to make excuses in public. I assume that's what is happening. But many people say, "Oh, ChatGPT, you shouldn't rely on ChatGPT. They don't know any contexts of human being." But like, is it yeah, ChatGPT is not reliable when it comes to, especially when it comes to human relationship. But also, the fact that she had to go to ChatGPT says something about the father and their family dynamic. You know what I mean? But what do you think? Seymour, thanks for the super chat. Hi. ブルー見えるかな。Yeah. Thank you, Seymour. Alex, hello. Does the translation always make sense? But yeah, if it's like a simple one, simple phrases, simple sentences, yeah. Do you know where the most Japanese ladies hang out? In the Richmond, Virginia, USA area? So you live in Virginia, Richmond, USA area. That's why you wanna know. Yeah, that's an interesting way to ask. And the answer is no. I don't know anything about the area. Virginia, yeah. Virginia? They don't even have so many Japanese population, right? Oh. Virginia でしょ? When I visited Virginia, there was no Japanese. I saw no Japanese there. Not even Asian. Maybe a little Asian? Yeah, some Asian, but Japanese. Never seen it. But it might be depend on the area. Then I definitely didn't go to Richmond area. So I don't know. Yeah. You really have to find it. Look for it. Yeah. Yeah. Virginia. You gotta go out. of Virginia if you want to find Japanese people or women, especially women. Or go online. Online でしょ、もう。I know you guys are sick and tired of online dating, but I'm not only talking about dating apps, right? But also like Hello Talk とか Tandem とかなんか language exchanging apps. And either way, you have to have a good presentation skill if you want to attract like Japanese women online online platform. Especially the photos. Photos. if you want to learn, I have an ebook that teaches you like how like what kind of information you should have, what kind of photos you should have on your dating app platform. But if you insist you don't want to use any online solution and want to meet IRL, get out of Richmond. That's what I can say. Go to like New York, New York. あとどこ？あっちあっち。California. Where else? Maybe Texas? A little more Japanese there. But basically, New York and California でしょ。California. If you insist, you should meet in real life. あとシアローとかかな。でもシアローは mostly for students, so they are way younger. And with this economic and political situation, not so many Japanese women are there at this moment. So だからonline or come to Japan or California. That's why Japan always wins and USA always loses baseball, right? So much discipline, you know. But yeah, it's kind of scary because even the victims of those violence says that it was right. That was needed. So I don't think that was bad. I was okay with that. I actually appreciate, It's kind of like, are you brainwashed or was it really right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? ね。Is the violence really necessary to make the team stronger? Or is it too much? That has been a debate. You can't even raise your voice to your kids these days without being accused of being abused. Right? Like, なんかね, yeah, I get it. Like, I really get it. The people can easily say, people who don't have experience with kids or who don't have experience with difficult kids say like, oh, you are such a horrible parent because you are yelling. Like, bro. Like, to be honest, like, I have never been raised my voice this loud until I have my son. I never yelled at somebody like that. Like this, like, until Hiro. I Never thought I could even do that. But Hiro makes me do that. You know what I mean? 네, you don't understand. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that shows there's not much communication in that family. Right. Interesting to hear the current events during my night shift and study process. Oh, okay. For some reason, some of my texts are getting deleted and error pops up. Why? Some kind of like words? The sensitive words? Virginia has a low population of Japanese, fairly high for Chinese and Vietnamese. あ、そうなんだ。It's such a difference some to when I was not single. There was no internet back then. We did everything in person. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's kind of scary how technology is taking over us. Without technology, we can't do almost anything. And then, I mean, not only we are rely on technology, like, thanks to technology, we are connected like this. So I appreciate that part of the technology, but how technology is brainwashing us, right? That is actually, leading to our birth rate too, right? Because people are brainwashed by social media or dating app, all that kind of stuff. People have like unrealistic expectation in partners and relationships and how life should be. People just try to avoid the risk or avoid risks, like any kind of risks that we've been taking. And and that is the technology is dividing us like men and women, race and race. So is technology really good to us? We should be smarter than technology, you know what I mean? What type of food should I say I can make on my profile? Bread, ramen, or gravy? Gravy ね、知らない人が多いかも。Not so many Japanese people know how awesome gravy is. So gravy isn't super appealing. まあ unless she is super westernized. Bread is impressive. Like, you can make bread. That's very impressive. Yeah, you can bake bread. Wow. Ramen. Because we know how good ramen is. Japanese people, we know how good those ramen shops are. And then if you can make ramen, maybe people aren't like interested in it. You know what I mean? Only your kids know how to push your buttons the right way to make you lose your shit. I know. もう、yeah. Oh, Culture Butter, welcome back. It's hard to know if you are talking to someone real. So many bots and fake profiles, scammers, it's scary. まあそうね。まあ that's why you have to have attractive profile, right? To attract real people. うん。そうね。Yeah, I understand dating app or online platform these days. There are so many scammers than real people. But that is exactly why you have to level up your presentation skill to attract like real people, right? Or like go to online event とかね like matchmaking event とか if you really want to connect with real people not bots and scammers, you know what I mean? まあ I know some matchmakers like Japanese matchmakers っていうのはmatchmakers in the US who connect Japanese people with foreigners, right? They are having like matchmaking parties. I don't know how much it costs or how the quality of the people there. I don't know, but it's one way to connect with real people without dealing with those scammers and bots. And yeah, I'm trying to organize those events too. And if you actually live in Japan or visit in Japan, that's your chance. Because Japanese people are also slowly shifting into like in real life events over dating apps. So join one of those events and connect with people. If you are able to come to Japan. But if not, if you can't come to Japan, then you really have to be on point on online games, you know. Life without gravy is a scary thought. そうね。after I know what a real gravy is, like, it's actually on my old video, but when I tried gravy for the first time in the US, it was some kind of like a fast food gravy, which was bad. Cracker Barrel, I went to Cracker Barrel, had gravy there too. Was like okay, like nothing really exciting here. It's not bad at the Cracker Barrel, but nothing exciting. But Justin cooked gravy, and then first time I had it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what you guys are talking about. I didn't know that until at this point, you know. So yeah, now I understand. I know a life with gravy, real gravy, and yes, I'm obsessed with it. David, thanks for the super chat. Where did I put my? Okay. The obi kobi. Oh, it's been a while. Welcome back. I'm making bread right now. I can't actually make ramen. Let's see if it's really to go in the oven before your stream ends. Yeah. That's impressive. Bacon. Thank you, David. This time, これかなカツ串カツ This is supposed to be asparagus なんか deep fried asparagus dip into sauce. Well, that's how we do 串揚げ. It's a more like an Osaka, West Japan soul food. Not super common in Tokyo かな. I get so many messages on Insta and TikTok. I'm not on there to find girls. They always ask, what are you looking for here? I say funny clips. Right. まあね、Instagram もね、it's one way to connect with people. I see it's not so many, but few people connect on Instagram first, then meet in real life and become couples, friends, etc. etc. I myself have some friends from Instagram とか social media. Not a lot, but yeah, it can happen. So you can, if you are really serious about this, you can't really neglect Instagram and TikTok. And then again, you have to have good photos, if you are serious about it. Yeah. The question of positive progress has arisen with every invention. Yet all developments have been pushed forward. We mainly have the freedom to use them for our own good. Yeah, that's yeah. The intention at first isn't bad. It's all usually it's for good. But yeah, I see what you mean. Have you tried that white sausage gravy? White sausage gravy? なんか there was I think the first one was white gravy. It was white. It was on biscuit, like American biscuit, and that was bad because I think it was from the fast food. Based on mashed potatoes, yeah. KFC gravy is the best. なんかね, in Japan, it doesn't come with gravy, so yeah. Homemade gravy is the best. I always make that for Thanksgiving. Yeah, Justin makes that from the oils from meat, chicken or beef or. Now I get it. Antonio, welcome back. Stick, yeah. I just came from Sora's stream. Keyword came. What does that mean? Hope you washed your hands. Oh no. They always ask to go to WhatsApp. That's a dead giveaway. They aren't real. Yeah. Try to go to another platform, right? まあそれはね。Yeah. Jack Brown, hi. Is it realistic to use dating apps while in the US to meet Japanese girls in Japan? And are girls open to relocating to the US for a relationship? What apps would you recommend? No BS. No BS. This is my no BS answer, okay? まあ Is it realistic to use dating apps while in the US to meet Japanese girls in Japan? If you live in the US and want to meet Japanese girls in Japan, online solution is the only way you can rely on. Okay? Okay. That's the only way. And it's not impossible to do so, to meet women there. But at the end of the day, you still have to visit her in Japan, right? To meet in real life. But it's not impossible, okay? Are girls open to relocating to the US for a relationship? Okay, I'll answer later. What apps would you recommend? Usually, when it comes to international dating, since you don't live in Japan, the only option is foreign apps, right? Bumble and OkCupid, or these are not dating apps, but language exchanging apps, right? Tandem とか、Hello Talk. People are still there, yeah. So it's not impossible, right? And are girls open to relocating to the US? So all of these questions depend on how good you are, how attractive you are. None of the girls would relocate or would open, would be open to talk to you if you are not good enough. That's the reality. If you are really good at presentation skill, if you have real qualities, like more like from the surface, because it's not in real life, right? You have to be, you have to hit certain criteria, like how successful you are, financially successful you are. Because, if you are expecting the other to relocate to your country, you have to have a certain financial stability. You can't just expect a woman to come to the US, get the work visa, work and make decent amount of income. She's an immigrant in the US, and right now it's it's becoming almost impossible to get like visa there. Are you worth it? If you are specifically looking for a woman in Japan, not even in the US, in Japan, and expecting her to come over to the US to be with you, how financially successful you are, how attractive you are, how caring you are, how everything. Because she has to trust you enough. She has to know she can survive there with you. Can you show all the quality to a lady? Yeah, especially if you live in like European countries who are about Australia, New Zealand, those countries, they are more open to immigrants these days, and US is not. Like even spouses cannot get spouse visa. They can't. Okay, so they can't switch to spouse visa to from tourist visa, right? That's how many like immigrant wives or partners have been doing. Like go to the U.S. with a tourist visa and get married there and switch to spouse visa. It was allowed, but it's not anymore. So if you are not officially married in the US, she has to come to the US as a tourist first. And then apply to the visa, and then she has to go back to Japan until it's accepted. I think that's how it is. But anyways, you can't, foreigners can't apply to spouse, can't get a spouse visa, can't stay as a spouse from tourist visa. So the threshold for spouses has got even harder. So with all those political confusion, is she open to move to the US? That's really depend on you. Oh. And if you're not patient, if you are not financially successful, as you know, can you have her with your income, like at least certain amount of time, because you know how hard it is to get a job in Japan, right? In the US right now, as an immigrant, or even get a visa is very difficult right now. So, ね、depend on your quality です。that or go to Japan. Go to Japan, yeah. But if you really if you are really serious about this, come to my consultation and then we can find a way. We can find the best possible way to find Japanese woman, you know. If you want a video idea, you should have a video podcast style conversation with Japanese women and Western men that are dating. That's what I was talking about earlier in the stream. Yeah, I've just offered idea to a Japanese woman podcast that is owned by Japanese women who have Colombian fiance. Both have Colombian fiance. So let's see how that goes. You have to try Bob Evans' white sausage gravy. It's like heart attack in the bowl. Bob Evans, I haven't heard of it. Is it like specifically like specific area in the US? I would say the best way to meet Japanese girls is to learn Japanese and go to Japan. まあね、that is the easiest way, guys. But I get that. Maybe you are a very important person. You are in a very important position at the company, very successful. You already have a house in the US, and I want to have someone. I get it. But that's how successful they are, right? That kind of men. I see some men are like that, very successful and then wealthy enough to have someone over, and then they can help out all these, visa procedure, or find her some kind of job there, and all the connection and all that kind of stuff, and who are ready to have someone from foreign country. But I also have customers who are like, I have to be careful, like maybe a factory worker. Factory workers are, I'm not saying they are not important, they are important, but their job somebody else can be replaced, right? Like if the company loses you, company still alive, still goes on kind of job. You know what I mean? They're working as a, like a company factory worker, and then but they just don't have a guts to come to Japan. But they say they want Japanese girlfriend, right? I'm like, dude, make up your mind and come to Japan if that's your goal, right? If you really like Japanese culture, if you really like Japanese people and then want to have a partner from the country, then make up your mind and come to Japan. Start from English teacher or whatsoever. Because, I don't know, maybe they have their own reasons. Maybe they have a family member who is like, who don't have long life. Or I don't know. But some people are like, some guys are like that, right? Then if not, find maybe Japanese women in your country who already live in the US. There are many like options. It doesn't have to be Japanese women who live in Japan, right? だから yeah, sometimes they have very like unrealistic goal. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't go to Japan. I can't even visit Japan very often. Living in Japan is not my option. I'm still trying to make it, I may not have a stable job, but I want a Japanese woman to come to the US. That's not gonna work, dude. That's not how it goes, okay? That's the reality, I'm a realistic person. I think I'm good. I'm giving you a realistic point of view because I'm good. Maybe I can say, oh yes, your dream will come true. If you try hard, you're gonna just, your Japanese woman will show up at some point. So come to my service, buy my shit, you know? Well, I'm not like that. I'm not like trying to give you unrealistic like idea in dating and marrying to Japanese women and take money out of you. That's not my thing. You want to try to, if you still want to try with me, come to my consultation. You know what I mean? Eric Phillips, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the interesting insights. I'm not in the dating market, but I find a wide variety of Japanese cultural aspects fascinating. Cool. Yeah, you don't have to. well, my specialty is dating in Japan, but doesn't mean I started out of more like cultural YouTuber. I don't know the category, but you know what I mean. We can talk other things too. And I'm glad you find it helpful, insightful. If you don't currently live in Japan, you are going to need money, date, and marry a Japanese woman. Nothing about this process is going to be cheap. Exactly. That's the reality. That's the reality. Right? And even because there are like matchmakers, right? Matchmakers to match with Japanese women. They are super expensive. And then they to require you to visit women first. And if she lives in Japan, you have to be able to go to Japan to visit her, visit the potential partners, right? Potential partners in their matchmaking circle. And if she lives in the US, then it's not gonna be super expensive. But if you match with Japanese like local women, then and if you want to proceed the process, then you have to visit her. So yeah, matchmakers, it's gonna be super expensive. And even if you are not with matchmakers, if you are broke and then cannot visit Japan, then what do you expect? You want to get scammed? You want to get scammed by a Japanese woman? Because you are not meeting her in real life. If she says she wants to marry you before you even meet her in real life, then that's a red flag to me. So you have to be able to visit her, visit women. How tall you are, does that matter? Like me, or like some kind of criteria related? I'd rather move to Japan instead of have her come to the US. An adventure sounds more fun anyway. Oh, that's a spirit. That's a spirit. That's way more possible than just stay in the US and then try to find Japanese woman, you know? Do you know Japan has a rare earth minerals island? Astrometria YouTube channel has a video on it that came up on my feed. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Sorry. There's a lot of Japanese living in Australia. そうなの? Australia sounds nice. なんかオーストラリア、キャナダ、ニュージーランド、あとヨーロピアンカントリーかな。Those are more like easier to move there. For Japanese people ね。In my very humble opinion, it can work. I met my wife online and she came to the US a year and a half later. I spent a few months with her in Japan first though. そうなのよ。It can work, but also it depends on many things like okay, like I told you, how successful you are, right? And when was it happen? At the time she came to the US, was it politically super confusing like right now? That's one thing. Political situation. How young you guys were? Because younger people tend to be more spontaneous and then still, open to come to the US, right? Yeah. Or women who are like older than like 40 or 50, they don't have so much responsibility anymore. Like maybe they are looking for like second life opportunity and then are open to come to the US. But women who are like around 30 とか、later 20s to 30s, they still care about their career. They still care about, they have more things like set up in their own country, and then it's kind of hard to make a decision to come. So the age matters too. Many factors. But I'm not saying it's impossible. But you really have to have those like things line up, you know? Only our president is. I just went through this process. She needs a K1 visa to get married in America, $600, and then file for adjustment of status. 1,600. She didn't have to leave after getting married. It's about money, guys. It's about money. So she didn't have to go back to Japan because of the adjustment status, which costs $1,600. Wow. まあでもだってさ、it's either pay that money or get the plane ticket that is as expensive as that, and then go back to Japan. Then I would pay for that. Yeah, if I have to go back to Japan with the plane ticket and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But still, you have to pay that kind of money to just stay in the US. Can you afford that, right? Well, obviously, Culture Butter is more like successful, high status guy, but if I was a guy in the US, I can't do that. You know, I'm not successful as that. That I would just go to Japan. Yeah, that's more realistic. I have never been physically attractive, but I am genuinely kind and supportive. I have had steady work as an electrical engineer since before she came. We are not rich, but we are comfortable. Just my very limited personal experience. Yeah. 多分ね, I assume you guys were young and then still kind of believed in love. You know? I've seen that kind of couples too, you know? They are still young, and even though they are not like super stable, they still do it anyway, believe in love. Yeah. That's also a thing, but tend to be younger person, you know what I mean? Younger people. If you're American, join the military and hope you get stationed in Okinawa. 沖縄、そうね、沖縄、横須賀、なんだっけ。まあいろいろあるよ。many bases. But that's a way to meet Japanese women. But also the divorce rate in military, the infidelity rate in military is quite high. So I'm not going to encourage. But if you happen to be a military guy, yeah, you can request to station in Japan and then find a girl and try your best to maintain that relationship, you know? Yeah, that's one way. And then I've seen that kind of marriage and then still go strong. Although in general the divorce rate is very high, you know, military wives get through a lot of stress when it comes to, you know, maintain the household. And they tend to have to give up on their career. And because there are many, you know, they have many relocation and stuff, right? だからね, so I think, yeah, the hurdle to meet Japanese women and maybe have a relationship with women as a military people, that probably the hurdle is lower. But to maintain the relationship, to keep the relationship with Japanese women, probably more difficult when you are a military guy. You really have to try hard to make the relationship work. Isn't there apps specifically for people wanting to marry with money and careers? そうなの? Well, I won't be surprised if there's that kind of apps. Shout out to my factory workers. I do. I do. I do have respect, but I'm just saying, like, if you are not like executive something, it's not like you don't have to hold on to it, like, right? But if you prioritize your work and then you don't really put dating as a priority, then stay. But make the decision. If you want to be a factory worker in the US, the likelihood to meet Japanese women is very low, right? So if you want to prioritize love life, right, then start a new career in Japan. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I mean, where you state your salary and job and look for similar types. まあそうね。Joining the US military, hoping they will send you to Japan is like rolling the dice honestly. まあね。まあね。But I'm saying, if you happen to be a military member, you can request, right? Do any Japanese women live in Greenland? I don't know. Maybe a few. We want the no BS answers. Do you think it would work if you waited outside of Disney Tokyo with a glass shoe for women? それいいね. I love the idea. I personally love the idea, but I don't know if that actually leads to the relationship. But I love the idea. I love the idea. I would definitely talk to the guy. Yeah. Yeah. The guy who does that. My other interesting college was sociology. So what you discuss is interesting. From what I read online, so please don't blindly trust this. There are a few dozen Japanese people in Greenland who they are in science exploration and tourism. Here, okay, dozen even. If you become a world-class sushi chef, you are certain to get the Japanese lady. そうね, Well, it sounds like promising. I think my next trip to Japan is going to be a month long. Oh, nice. What you gonna do? Got plans? Yeah. The politics were much better. Early 30s, I think she was 29. Yeah, still, like, can make that kind of decision, right? Because that's a lot of risk. And the politics were much better. Yeah. ああ。お、そっかそっか。That sounds good, Lloyd. そうなの。in the last matchmaking, I introduced Lloyd to, a woman in my matchmaking circle. And they matched. Hooray. So they've been seeing right now, right? Perhaps we were a bit unusual. I think she had a high opinion of the life available here. It was a different time. まあね, if it was like 5 years ago, I would have moved to the US. I would have. 5 years ago, or even 10 years ago. If I had the right opportunity, you know what I mean? I mean, the thing is, Justin was already super fitting in Japanese society, so we didn't really think about moving to the US when we got married, you know? John, do well. I'm 59, 5'5", broke, techomeles with depression, bipolar disorder, and generalized anxiety disorder. I live in my dad's garage and receive social security. Hey. Okay. No. It's not your coloring. ヒロ君カラリンしない。
おうちで変なブイビー。
は？
ブイビーカラリン。ブイビーカラリン。
ブイビーカラリンする？ I don't get it. You don't make sense.
ペタペタ。
ペタペタ？
風の。
メガネット？マグネット？
これ。
You need this. You need this.
これます。
何？
これます。
これ？
これしない。これ。
これ？
これます。
これダメ。皮？
かぶしない。
ダック。
ダックじゃない。ダックじゃない。
Say your words, buddy. What do you want?
これは。
Want.
The red one? That one? Oh, he wants the table.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna give the table to him.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. All right, buddy, let's go.
Take your.
Let's go watch. What do you want to watch? What do you want to watch? なんか見る？なんか食べる？チーズ食べる？
食べない。
Papa Knuckle. Alright. Alright, chat, it's about to get ugly. I don't know if she's been talking about how terrible he's been this week, but you're about to find out.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go!
ほらね。Yeah, that's what I was talking about, guys. He goes against us every time. He doesn't listen. He even left it. The monster truck. Yes, we believed in love, absolutely accurate. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's strong. That's strong. What are my chances with a Japanese women? まあそうです。たまに sometimes I get that kind of customers, and I don't have this, I have all these negative things. But I still want to date Japanese women. Like, bro, get your shit together first. I was in the army when I was young, stressful as hell. Tons of divorce. Tons of divorce. そうなんだよね。You have a very soothing voice. I'm sure you are a great mother. あの I yell a lot to him though. I have to. Because I have to. It certainly sounds like the glass sleeper would totally walk on Asai. そうっすね。Yeah, I would take it. I would take it. Oh, tons of Japanese girls love Japanese Disneyland, so the glass sleeper idea just might work. Might attract the wrong kind of girls, though Disney girls are maybe not ideal. そうなんだよね。I don't think it used to be better, right? More like diverse people. More like go to Disneyland as like, you know, just an attraction, like just for fun, you know. But these days, not so many people, like normal people, normal people go there anymore because it's just too expensive. And the one goes there are most likely like まあ推し活ね、fangirling activities. You know, they are into like princess and stuff, right? Princess. Oh my gosh, where's my prince kind of type? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you know. そうね。Having a positive view of yourself helps, and having money will show others that what you value, but not necessarily your values. True. Hiro Ken. Hiro なんて is the baby. Oh, Crunch to Grace Hopper. Welcome back. Yep, terrible twos. Yes, yes. That was terrible twos. Whoa, yeah. He makes everything difficult these days. Especially these days. It's been bad, but it's been super bad, you know. You know, the immigration shift in America doesn't really affect Japanese women come to the US for marriage. No one hates Japanese women coming in legally. America don't really affect Japanese women come to the US for marriage. No one hates Japanese women coming in. So ne, as a spouse, yeah, if you have a spouse, they know that you are coming into the US as a spouse of American citizen. They are easy on us. But solo travelers, female solo travelers, they're super strict. Like, oh, you probably came to America to do prostitution みたいな especially in Hawaii and where else? Chicago だっけ? Hawaii definitely. And yeah, many solo travelers get stopped, get questioned, searched for their like smartphones and all that kind of stuff, and then having like a super nasty experiences. Not like uncomfortable experiences at the airport. So solo travelers are not really safe, I think. But yeah, なんか spouse, family, they are more like welcome to us, especially Japanese people. Yeah, that's what I felt when I went to the US in February. It gets better. When my daughter was 2, she was an absolute terror. She calms down around 4, though, mostly. Oh. Almost 1 year, one more year for us to deal with. Oh no. The first word my nephew learned was no. Oh no. We have a big Japanese culture here in Hawaii, so there's plenty Japanese people here too. But they are not easy on female solo travelers in Hawaii. That's definitely it. Because there are some Japanese women who go there for money because US dollar is super expensive right now. They want to make money there, but not legally, but illegally as a prostitute, you know. Wait till he becomes a teen, he'll just ignore you, right? Get my shit together. Damn. Damn. I know, right? Get your shit together. Put it in a box. Put it in a ship museum. That was from Rick and Morty, okay? That's not from me. But no, Rick and Mortyです. Like, Rick だっけあれ Which one is The boy is Rick? あれ I forgot, but yeah, that's from Rick and Morty, the show. Do you get sick of all the question being from lonely men who think Japanese women will fix all their problems? Interesting question. Ma, そうね. I'm definitely wondering, right? What I've been thinking about is like, yeah, many men come here and then say, I'm sick of white girls. So I want to date Japanese women. Right? What does that really mean? Right? I mean, I get like certain points, right? Like yes, Japanese women tend to be more like calmer, like not necessarily like argue with anything, or more generally less drama, like arguing, yelling each other kind of things are not less likely to happen when it comes to dating Japanese women, right? But it doesn't mean the issues go away. Like issues that couple have. When a couple has an issue, Western women tend to be, very like make I don't know, maybe they will show that very directly and then start discuss, and then that can become like argument, yelling, all the nasty stuff. But Japanese women tend not to say it up front. but the issue still remain there. So you still gotta fix it. But if you think like you can just let it be and don't solve the issues, then those things happen, right? Those things you hear, loveless marriage, sexless marriage, all that kind of stuff will happen to you. Because you think it's fine because she doesn't say anything, right? Many times, Japanese women don't really say negative opinions to maintain harmony, and then, just enjoy and just put through 我慢する is what they are supposed to do. So she doesn't really say anything up front. So if you don't really have an ability to discuss and then solve the issue, and you have to initiate it, because Japanese women tend not to say it. If you don't do that, you might face another issue that you might not face with Western women. So when I hear like, oh, I'm sick of white girls, or Western women in the U.S., but still want to date Japanese women, I think my question is this guy accountable? Is this guy willing to make a relationship work? So, and then, yeah. Boy is Mori. Okay. Maybe Hiro just needs a brother or sister. Yeah, but we definitely have to have bigger house to ね have the second baby. もうここはね this is too small to have a family, raise a family. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Men think women in other countries are better. そうなんですよ。まあ、I get that. なんか、if you are still like, let's say you have an ability to solve an issue, but you can't really do that because an American girlfriend or wife or whatsoever is dramatic. You are more calm type of person. Then I think that kind of people can fit more into Japanese relationships. I think. I get it. Like putting others first kind of morality is still here in Japan. And then I think in general, people are less selfish here. Because we have more like harmony culture, group mindset over like individuals. Prioritize group and harmony over individual kind of mindset is here. So if you can understand that kind of dynamic in Japan, then I think you fit into Japanese culture and relationship better. I get it. I think I've seen that kind of guys who just genuinely better with Japanese culture, Japanese people. Both men and women, right? recently I have had a customer, right, who's living here for a while, living in Japan for a while, and he got through divorce here with Japanese woman. Japanese woman. はい。He had a Japanese wife that didn't go well, and after that he tried, but he doesn't have a success, right? And from my view, he is super selfish, self-centered, right? I think he got a chance to get married because he was lucky. He's energetic, all that kind of stuff. He got married to a Japanese woman with his energy, like, but didn't go, couldn't keep the marriage because the he got married to a woman very quickly after they started dating. So they didn't really think, and then they just got married. And that didn't end up well. They got divorced, right? And now he became single, and I started dating again in Japan, but nothing leads to success. And instead of him looking at himself, what was, or what can be done, how I can improve my dating skill, connect with Japanese women, kind of stuff. He goes, well, women here sucks. Women here suck. I'll just move to Vietnam or Philippines or Thai anyway. With that, oh, that's how you think. It's because of Japanese women. It's not you. It's not Japanese women. It's Japanese women. We all bad. Women are bad. But if you will be successful because, I don't know, maybe women in Vietnam or Philippines are, well, but in general, those countries are economically poorer than Japan, right? So he thinks he can get those women because he has more money there. Bro, grass is always greener. Tika, don't you think you're miserable? I couldn't. This is the first time I was like, oh, this guy, this, I can't help. I can't help this guy. He wouldn't listen to me. He wouldn't listen to my advice. Like, he never listened, even after coming to my session multiple times. He never listened to me. And then at the end of the day, it's Japanese women's fault, not his, right? So that's where I decided, like, no, man, you need a therapy. Because he in our session, he mentioned that he is consuming more of a red pill content or incel content on social media, right? That's how bad he's becoming, right? If you go into red pill or incel community, you will brainwashed, and then you brainwashed, and you're gonna start think women are evil, women are transactional, right? You can buy women with your money, but they will still betray you because they are only for money, only after your money, みたいな. That kind of mindset is very common in those communities. So he needs to get out of there. That's my last advice to him. It was so unhealthy. Yeah, blaming, like, put the blame on women, Japanese women, and then go somewhere else to get dates. Like, bro, so bad. Yeah. I'm planning to visit Japan in June. Oh, it's almost there. But I procrastinate. Procrastinate? I'll probably do everything last minute. It's gonna be hot. Okay. Dating is cooked in the USA. There's a lower percentage of women that have a proper marriage mindset. That being said, you still have to search for the right Japanese woman. Yeah, true. I see I need an outspoken Japanese woman then because I am kinda dense if they don't tell me directly. So you have to navigate. That being said, women are women everywhere, and dating Japanese will reset in a whole new set of challenges. そうだね, reset. That's a good way to say, yeah. Yeah, you can maybe reset your challenge, right? But the issues, the problems still arise, and how can you cope with it? You're gonna be stuck if you don't have a right mindset. What an amusing thought that Japanese women would be tamer, more submissive. They are women, yeah. Since I am a low conflict person, I can attest to the truth of a relationship being easier with a fellow low conflict person, which Japanese culture offers. Makes sense, makes sense. Women that come here from other countries and get Americanized. Like, Americanized. どういうこと? A person come to the US and then try to adjust. Is that a bad thing? We all know that what kind of women some Thais and Filipinas are. Because I think, yes, there are women there who are like that. Because their countries are not taking care of their people, okay? They tend to be more like less money, poor. And then, but also there are issues in those men, right? Like, it is so bizarre to me. Like, okay, I'm sick of white girls, so I go to Japan or Korea, like Southeast, an East Asian country, to get a woman, right? But they can't get a girl there, right? Oh, okay. Women, East Asian women suck. I'll go to Philippines or Thai or something, right? Do you really think that fixes everything? Right? They don't make sense to me. They don't make sense. Probably they think they are wealthy enough, and then they think they, money can fix, right? Oh, let's just go to more like poor countries. And you know what kind of women they would attract? Women who are after your money. And then they keep wondering, like, why women are gold diggers, bro. Beta Botto, welcome back. July ka, okay. I agree with I agree with what you said to my question. I am American, and I feel like half the people who think Japanese woman is the answer are experiencing grass is greener on the other side type of thing. そうだね。I commend you for answering to many silly questions. Major props. I am thinking of moving to Japan and apply for a citizenship, but I need to give up my second citizenship. Maybe I will go to Korea instead. Oh, they accept more immigrants there? Korea. I do think that Japanese women and Western men can be a good match. The men more direct with romance communication, and the women are more feminine and pleasant. It's kind of nice for both parties. 確かにね。そうね。well, I see more of the couples. We see more of the couples than other way around. そうね。Some guys, no matter where they are, get in relationships with bad women because they think they are in love with the first girl who will let them touch her. なるほどね。LPG. Thank you for the super chat. Have a great weekend. You too. You too. Thank you so much. なんか Is that your first super chat? ちょっとスティッカーあげちゃおうかな。I'll give you a sticker. That seems to be your first super chat and it's kind of big. How about I have many stickers. これかな？オムライス with codro sauce on it. I know it's a weird combination, but there you go. I think he means they accept dual citizenship in Korea. そっか、dual citizenship they allow in Korea. Japanese women I have dated always like my directness. そうだね。I think the reason そうだね。I think even among Japanese men, right? Even among Japanese men, the men who can take that kind of leadership in communication are more successful, right? And then generally speaking, Western men tend to have more like direct, they can take the lead of the communication. So I think that's the key. Yeah. And if both Japanese couple, if both are doing the Japanese thing, like kukiyomu, read the air, try to gaman suru, be patient with each other without really talk, and get stressed out, they will become, you know, they will give up. They will start to give up. They stop communicating properly, not directly, and then they start to become loveless, sexless. Husbands go to prostitution, all that kind of stuff that you hear, right? I think that comes from there, to be honest. But there are also many couples like who can, someone can take the lead and solve issues and stay lovely, stay 何 loving loving family みたいな。Women like bad boys. I'm not a bad boy and have no desire to be one. Women like bad boys. 違うと思うな。It's kind of true. It's kind of true. I think women tend to go for popular guys, and then popular guys tend to be bad. I think that's the popular guys, because popular guys don't want to make decision, don't want to choose one, because they have more than one, right? They don't want to make it one, while there are many other options available, so they will go bad. And some men are not like that. Some men are like popular and then get their shit together, so they can choose just one woman and then stay loving that woman. But also, yeah, among those popular guys, many of them have hard time making the decision to commit to one, because they at least they think they have more options. So that kind of circle is definitely there, but it's universal. It's always has been that way in human history. you know. How did your lives on Insta go? I missed them. It was alright. I think I'm gonna do it again. Because on Instagram I only put like recorded things, right? Shorts, like short clips, and stories. It's all photos or like recorded content, and then they don't really get to see me talking like this. So I think many people noticed that I am a real person, not AI or anything, more genuine, So I think that's important. David, thanks for the super chat. Have a great week and see you next time, everyone. Be safe. Thanks for the kind words. I'll give you a mochi duck kana for David. Thank you so much for the support. Imagine trying to solve marriage problems without talking. That's rough, right? やっぱり I think it was okay that way when Japan was more like traditional. Because they both had roles. Women have this role, men have this role, and then they all worked for same thing. contributing the society みたいなね。They all had that kind of purpose, and then they all knew it. They all knew what they have to do and the purpose. But recently, it's not like that. We don't want to work for government. We don't want to work just contribute to the society when society doesn't really give us so much, right? Most of the people, well, there are very few percentage of rich people, but the rest of us are mostly struggling. So why would we just give ourselves to the society, right? And then gender role is more like vague. We can both work on both things, right? So conversation are needed in the recent relationships in Japan. But people have hard time adjusting to it. So somebody has to take the lead. And those people have successful relationships. Those who don't adjust to it don't have successful long-term relationships, right? Would it impress a Japanese girl if I told her about the time I fought a clan of evil ninjas? I don't know what you're talking about, okay? If there's a woman who acts nice, it would be difficult to not reciprocate. So being direct will more be easy on me, okay? I'm not a native speaker. Childless women tend to like bad boys, but it seems women who want a family will not appreciate that as much. そうなのか。child care experience changes a lot of like views. People who have experienced relationships and child care would probably don't choose bad boys, but some people don't learn, so I can't really say. Bullet Bar, thanks for the super chat. Is it difficult to find a Japanese woman under the age of 30 who is Christian? Oh, 出た Christian! 出た First of all, thanks for the super chat. I'm gonna put your name here. Thank you. あ、狂った。まあいいや。これね。なんか、under 30 super narrow chance. Christian super narrow. I have to say that's an unrealistic criteria to have in Japanese women. だからさ、think about, okay. Where can I start from? Japan is not a Christian-based country. Most of us practice Shinto, Buddhism, those things. We pray for shrines. We or don't really believe any religion and stuff. That's most of our population, right? So Christian people are well, like 1%, less than 1% of the population. So you are talking about this 1% of the population in Japan on top of the age limitation. Wow. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but men, all age, they are looking for they are looking for women who are under 35 at least. and many of them prefer under 30. So your rivals are 60-year-old super rich guys, old people, old guys, from young, handsome, model-looking guys. They are all looking for women who are, around 30 or even younger than that. How can you, what's the plan? What is your strong point to compete with these men? Right? So I definitely recommend expand the age range you want. Under 30 is the most like red ocean. Everybody wants to date Japanese women who are under 30. Japanese guys, they want to date women under 30. Rich guys, they want to date women under 30. Handsome guys would go for 30 under 30, right? How do you compete? So I would recommend at least under 40. At least under 40. But depends on your age. If you're saying you are 40 years old, then like, what are you talking about? But get out of here. But if you are like, even if you are around 30, I would say set the age range 40 until 40. When it comes to Christianity, if that's really important, and if one has to be, if your spouse has to be Christian, then I don't recommend dating in Japan. I don't recommend. I recommend expand the nationality even. South Korea has more Christian people. America has more Christian people. Mexico has more Christian people. You should expand the nationality too, definitely. But if you're talking about dating in Japan, being Christian, putting that as a criteria sounds like unrealistic. Like good luck with that. So your best possible criteria is women who are under 40 plus women who accept Christianity even when they are not Christian. There are also women who can accept Christian people, Christian guys. But they don't want to be Christian. They don't want to. Like they might visit, church with you occasionally, but they are not Christian. But they can still visit with you or like accept your culture. That's the best possible chance you have. Yeah. No girl wants to feel like she's your last hope. それね、ちょっとね、too much pressure. I've noticed the problem of struggling Japanese people getting worse over the years. More part-time work, stagnant wages, inflation. Yes. Okay. My big words are saying that if they are a nice girl, then you will pick up on that and then act nice yourself, even if you are a man who is direct. Oh, なるほどね。Okay. can you recommend nice medium-sized cities to visit in Chugoku region near Korea? Chugoku? Medium-sized cities? Chugoku? There's no medium cities in Chugoku. Or am I wrong? Chugoku area? What do they have? Shimane とか Shimane. But it's not city. Shimane, Izumo. No, I can't recommend. I can't come up with right now. Are you worried Japanese visa laws will make it harder for you and Justin? For us, not so much. Not so much. It will cost more. It will cost more for sure. That's a bummer. We are not happy about. But I don't think Justin should worry about it too much. We are already married. He's been here for a while. Should be fine as long as I think he can keep his spouse visa at least. He wants to try like permanent visa. It will probably cost a lot, but it's not like he will get kicked out of. But I'm more worried about small businesses in Japan. I see they are leaving. My favorite Indian restaurants leaving. I'm super sad about it. Right? Small businesses like that, like exotic restaurants, which I love. Exotic restaurants in Japan, they might not follow, like they are not adjusting for our taste, Japanese taste. But I don't want that. I don't want Japanized Thai restaurant, Japanized Indian food. No, I want the authentic exotic food. But they have to leave because the business visa the threshold is becoming high, very high. So only like bigger chain restaurant are staying here, which is like I'm not a big fan of. I don't want super buttered up like butter chicken curry みたいな. I don't want that. I want deeper, like authentic Indian curry. But yeah, I feel really sorry for those businesses. And but I don't think that affects too much for our marriage, our life. Medium size like Hiroshima. Hiroshima? Is that Chugok area? Okay. Then Hiroshima. I want to go to Hiroshima, but I didn't know they are in Chugok area. Just don't push your Christianity views in Japan. そうなんでね. Yeah. Yep. I've heard a lot about small businesses live in Japan. Yes. The Japanized food in Japan drives me crazy after a while. Japan puts their spin on everything and it's frustrating when you are missing non-Japanese food. そうね. Even American food もね. Okay, I think it's time for me to go. I have to help out Justin because Hiro is a disaster these days. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. And also thanks for all the super chat and support to the community. Really appreciate it. Next month, I hope I can go live as often as this month. But we will see. Always, I will let you know in the. I will set the. I will set up the notification on YouTube or Instagram story. So make sure to follow me on Instagram too. Eric, thanks for the super chat. The last minute super chat. Super chat. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. じゃあね。